David Essel here, and wishing you, first of all, right off the bat, I hope you're having an awesome day, and I hope your day will even get more awesomer as it goes along. For the last 43 years in the world of personal growth, just loving what we're doing here, loving how we're helping people, and I hope this video will help you. And if you have comments after I'm done or while I'm speaking, comment below. And if you'll share this, please. This is a huge topic, and it's one that most of us don't want to talk about. And actually, I'm going to give credit to Eckhart Tolle. I love that man. I think he's probably one of the most brilliant individuals in the world of personal growth that's come along in a long, long time. So he says and he talks about this in such an eloquent way. The challenges that we face today, addiction, finances, relationships, low self-confidence, low self-esteem, depending or depression, anxiety, PTSD, the list goes on, are not the problem. Now, before I give you the rest of what he says, just think about that. It almost doesn't make sense, right? What do you mean alcohol is not my problem? I'm drinking all the time and I'm having blackouts and I'm having hangovers and I'm slow and I'm tired. What do you mean alcohol isn't the problem? Or what do you mean my finances aren't the problem? I'm struggling to pay my bills. Or what do you mean my relationship isn't the problem? I'm struggling every night. We're arguing constantly. And then we pause for a second. And then he has this most incredible answer that I want to expound upon today. And his final statement is our resistance to change is the real problem. Let that sink in. Alcoholism isn't the problem. Our resistance to heal from alcohol is the problem. Our relationship dysfunction isn't the problem. Our resistance to change how we deal in the relationship is the problem. Food, if we have struggled with weight, isn't the problem. Our resistance to change the type of food we eat and the exercise we probably do not do is the problem. Isn't this just an incredible thought process by this brilliant man? You know, when I read The Power of Now, I was sold. And I'll tell you something, gang, it takes a lot to sell me. I can be somewhat skeptical of my own world of personal growth. I have a lot of skepticism about self-improvement authors and teachers. And it's not that I'm arrogant and think that I'm the only one that knows the way. It's just that there's a lot of nonsense out there. And then we have someone brilliant like Eckhart Tolle that tears it all down to the simplest foundation, and we run away. We don't want to drop the alcohol. We don't want to drop the arguing. We think that we deserve the alcohol. We work hard. We think that the arguing is all of our partner's problem. It's not me, it's them. My financial situation is the problem. No, it's the resistance to change how we handle money, how we make money, how we spend money. It's a problem. You know, it's kind of funny. I teach a financial freedom course, and the first two-thirds of it have nothing to do with income. We talk about our resistance to change spending habits and our resistance to look at savings in a different way, and it's all about resistance. And I want to share this, and please share this. Comment below. You may totally disagree with myself and Eckhart Tolle, and that's totally cool. If you have an opposing opinion, post it below. I won't argue with anyone. If you have a recognition of this and you go, oh my God, David, I remember when for 30 years I said I was going to quit drinking and I didn't because I kept coming up with excuses, justification, rationalization, denial. And guess who I'm talking about? Me, David Essel. Alcohol was never the problem. My resistance to learn how to emotionally regulate myself and deal with the stressors of life that I used alcohol to cover up was the problem. Alcohol was never my problem. Refusing to deal with the underlying clinical depression that made me want to reach out and run away from that clinical depression, not healing that was the problem. Alcohol was never the problem in my life. It was my inability to raise my hand and to say I have a problem, my resistance to change. How about you? Is there something that you're resisting to change? And you know, if there's an issue, a pattern that continues to follow you from month to month and year to year, we have resistance, gang. You know? I learned a lot from the recent Hurricane Ian. And what I learned was this. This was the first time I let my guard down in a hurricane. I was resistant to believe the news on Monday that Fort Myers, Florida, and then on Tuesday was going to get hit directly. My resistance to change then created suffering, then created anxiety, then created an escape, but it was my resistance to change my thoughts from the past, and that created some problems. So I want you to really think about this video. What are you resisting? Change is not easy. If it was so easy, we wouldn't have addicts and alcoholics. We wouldn't have challenges in relationships. We wouldn't have challenges with money. We wouldn't have challenges with self-confidence, self-esteem. If you have low self-confidence and low self-esteem, do you know what the problem is? Your resistance to do what's necessary to boost your confidence and self-esteem. Isn't this incredible? It's so simple. His principles and his teachings are so simple. They're hard to follow because they're asking us to get uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. I'll be the first to raise my hand and say, oh my God. But what happens after the change? What happens when you drop your resistance? Freedom, peace of mind, contentment, calmer relationships, financial freedom and flow, freedom from addiction. Let's drop the resistance. Comment below, share this video. If you need help, I'll put how to get a hold of me below. Let's stop resisting change. Let's go headfirst into that which we want to ignore. Life will explode. It will bloom in a beautiful way. I'm David Essel. Have a great day.